Hello, my name's Steve. This is my business partner, Austin. And we're going to take one more look at websites. And like I said, I'm going to do one specific video where I go through and actually do the website in front of you. So I think that'll be very helpful. But for now, a lot of you have websites up there and you already maybe know how to play with it. So this is mostly for you to just figure out what to have on there, what not to have on there. I'm going to start with what to have on your website, and Austin's going to tell you what to cut out of your website that you maybe already have on there. So I've heard this quite a few times, but people, especially in this digital day and age, don't have a long attention span. So you've got anywhere from 3 to 7 seconds to get their attention and let them know what your website is about. So if you're busy telling them about yourself and things like that, they're not going to care. What they do care about is what you can do for them. And we've talked about that, but I need to hammer that home because for bookkeepers, I've noticed most of you like to talk about yourself. And that's understandable because you think people are hiring you, they want to know about you. But only a little bit. They want to know what your experience and expertise can do for them. So this is the thing that your homepage has to do. Your homepage has to move the visitor closer to booking a call with you. Do not distract them in any way from that. So your only focus on that web page is to get them to call you. So let's look at this one. And what do I like about it? I like the fact that you put Dallas in there. That helps them rank better. Is there something else I would like to see? Yes, there is. I definitely like to see the call us button right here. This is kind of a missed opportunity. You can tell this here too. When somebody comes down to this, they're not going to read this. I mean, even I'm already kind of bored by looking at that. It's really light. It's not broken up. It's just nobody's going to read that page. I'm with the people that come here. You got 3 seconds. I'm not spending my 3 seconds reading that little text that's very light. So, but they did a great job with Dallas. They also got, see if that can click. Okay, that's nice. They got the click button. It'd be better to have it, if they want to have it there, to even have it here, but that's still good. So there's some good things about it. At least we know they're in Dallas. But what about this line? The new tool and competitive advantage. I don't know what that means, and probably nobody else does. So make sure that this line here, that this hero section, what they call above the fold, and when they say above the fold, they mean this whole page right here. When somebody comes to your website, that one page they can see, you need to make an impact there. And they need to be compelled to call you when they look at this. If I looked at this, I'd be kind of on the thinking, well, maybe I'll look at another one. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. A lot of the people, and you probably did too, you've hired somebody to do your website, but they make it look nice, but they don't know what they're doing as far as getting conversions. So that's what you really want, is conversions. You don't care about it looking nice. That is not very helpful, other than you can show your friends and they're going to say, oh, nice website, but that's your advantage. Your friends will enjoy it. What do most other people like to do? Welcome to John's bookkeeping service in the start. And that is, not the worst thing in the world, but it also doesn't tell them anything. They already know what they came to. So lead with the outcome, lead with a pain point. As a copywriter myself, we're always taught to kind of rub a little salt in the pain. And what kind of pain are you trying to solve for the customers? That's your ultimate thing you should be thinking here, is that what pain does each and every one of your customers have? And if you don't know that, you need to find that out. So for me, my pain to doing bookkeeping is that I'm not very organized, those types of things, but that might not be true for everybody. But make sure, if you're working with web, let's say you work with restaurants exclusively, they're going to have a different pain point than everybody else. Theirs is probably going to be, are you tired of working 60 hours a day and you're still behind on your books?
60 hours a day?
I'm sorry, 60 hours a week. Yeah, a day would be a little tough, even for restaurant owners. But they work a lot of hours and they don't have time to commit to bookkeeping. Rub that salt in them and let them know that you're there to solve their problem. You're the answer. No more do they have to worry about the time problem because you can solve it. A supporting headline is nice too. So if you, let's say you put that for your restaurant, you can save them the time. You can put in, Dallas's uh, best restaurant bookkeeper, Dallas's, longest tenured restaurant bookkeeper, whatever you can put in there, would be nice. But let them know that they can catch up on their work. You can get their financial reporting correct, and that you are there, to do accuracy and give them time. And that's exactly what they're looking for. They want more time, and you can provide that. We've already talked about we need a strong call to action. So call us button or set up your Calendly button. However you do it, if you don't like calls, have your Calendly button right there. Either way, that's very, very helpful. A lot of people will put a learn more or something along those lines. Don't do that. Um, give something clear, something that people want. How many times have you clicked? If you came to this website and it said learn more, would you really want to learn more? You probably wouldn't. And neither do the people that come here. So you want to make that clear. You want to tell them what to do. Give us a call or book an appointment. Social proof. We talked about that on the last one. You definitely, a lot of times people have this all on this front page. Not seeing a lot here, but like I said, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. They probably hired somebody to do this. But testimonials also on having almost a one-page website, and then just have it clicks at the top to go to the different places is really nice. So if you can get the testimonials on there, helpful. Um, and even who is this for? So, and you can fit the who is this for in a lot of pages. I like to even fit that in the about page. Um, you know, your 20 years of experience helps these restaurants uh, turn a lack of time into time with profitability. That those things are what sinks in. People don't really care that you've got whatever little degrees or whatever certifications you got. They're trying to figure out how does that help them, and you need to make that clear on your website how you help them. A lot more about them and a lot less about you. Um, and that's pretty much covers what I'm going to do. And like I said, one of these next ones coming up, I'm going to do one full website, and it's probably going to take me several hours to start and finish, but it's worth it to show you exactly how to get this done and how to do it right. In the meantime, I would not recommend hiring a web designer that doesn't know about marketing, because that's going to lead you to a place of confusion. Your website needs to clear up confusion. And if people are confused and not understanding what you do when they come to your website, more times than not, they are not going to stay there. So that would be my best advice. And like I said, I'm going to go through this all um, entirely and show you exactly what I would put on. But if you've already got your website, I've given you all the ideas that I'm using. I'll just tie it up into a video where I show it step by step. I'm going to have Austin talk to you about what to get off of your website that you currently have on there now.
So definitely some things to get off your website is something I don't want to pick on this place, but I'm about to. Something that's like either vague or confusing as the main thing. You want a concise statement as the main thing, not a wall of text, not something vague. You want like something like have problems with your restaurant books, call now, we solve everything. Something like that. One thing I noticed is that you might be marketing to someone who's not doesn't have as much, book knowledge. So you kind of maybe need to dumb down the language a little bit. Like, one thing I remember when I worked in an internship in a corporate office, they were always talking these crazy words that like really meant nothing. Like the new tool and competitive advantage. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you're really kind of saying not much. You're just basically saying there's a new tool, and you're just using words that mean nothing. Just try to keep it concise and just to the point. Um, I definitely don't have long walls of text because no one's reading this. It's putting me to sleep. I'm not. People don't have the attention span anymore to read. Try not to have generic. I feel like I'm picking on this place too much. These are in the notes. Try not to have generic stock photos. Just a no comment about this website, but people don't really resonate with just like pictures of random bookkeeping stuff. It's better if you actually have a picture of you doing it. Um, Pictures are good. You should keep pictures. Also, I'd avoid AI pictures. Maybe like liberally using them is not too bad, but it's kind of people can tell if it's AI and it might look unprofessional. Um, I would cut out just like too much fluff about like social media stuff, or like sometimes there's like social media feed widgets. Maybe cut that out and cut out any just certifications or awards. You can put that in maybe the about section, but to be honest, most people don't really know or care about what awards or certifications you got.
Can I expand on what you just said?
Yeah.
So Austin brought up an excellent point, and this is something that I meant to say from the homepage. Is it? Can you go to that tab? Can you circle that tab where it's to follow us? So, like you talked about those, people think that that adds credibility, but what that does is your main page. You want people to call you from this page. You don't want them going to these other pages because guaranteed if they click on Facebook they're going to end up searching what their friend said today and they're done with you. So I would not put those links up there at all. Some people might think differently, but I 100% agree with Austin that not only do people not care about that, but if they click on it they're not coming back most likely.
Yeah. I'd also avoid like a video or some like music thing that auto plays because it's just annoying. Um, that's about it. You have anything?
No, that was pretty good. I mean, I think you gave them some excellent ideas on what not to include. And like I said, these at the top here, the LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, it's not terrible. A lot of people do it, but if anybody clicks on that, they're not coming back. So you just lost the business most likely. I can almost guarantee you they're gonna get caught up into these you know how addicting these different social medias are. They get there, they're gonna get distracted. So don't you know the bottom line of all this is you're trying to get clarity and you're trying to make it simple. You want them to call you or book an appointment. You don't want them straying off to a different page. So Austin gave you a great idea on what not to do. That's it for today. Like I said, coming up in the near future, we're going to go through and make a website from scratch. So that will be a pretty long one, but we'll show you exactly what to have in there and what not to. And it'll be just what we did today, but only we'll actually show it. We'll see you tomorrow.